After you open that.
And now I just want to read a few things that our colleagues have said about Rhonda. Dependability. Rhonda always makes sure that she is where she needs to be whenever she is needed. She often has to be strongly encouraged to take vacation and/or time off to take care of personal business. And I say this in the most positive way possible. When we were in the height of the recruiting season over the past few years, there was a tremendous amount of work that needed to be done by the chair, chief administrator, and executive secretary. Rhonda, without fail, would be sure that she was available to finish off the dossiers even when the chair was finalizing their part of the package at the very last minute. Commitment. The department's junior faculty recruiting season historically occurs during the same time as the regional, divisional, and state high school wrestling tournaments. For the last 5 years, one of Rhonda's 2 boys have made it all the way to the state competitions. During these time periods, Rhonda has shown exceptional commitment to both her job and her family. As tournaments would approach, she would work with me and the chair to put a plan together for how to accomplish all the work so that she could be fully present for her family at these important events. Each time we successfully navigated the recruitment needs, and every season one of her boys placed highly in the state finals. Each boy had a place on the podium in the state in both their junior and senior years in high school. From a chair, economists are known as practitioners of the dismal science. While I would be the last person to use the word dismal to describe myself and my colleagues, I do fully admit that effusive praise for a job well done is not a common first response for the vast majority of us. I can tell you, however, that if anyone asked members of our faculty who in the department would deserve this type of praise, Rhonda would be named. When her 10-year anniversary in the department was announced at the first faculty meeting last year, she received the largest and longest round of applause ever heard at this event. Another chair. Rhonda's performance in faculty recruiting was a particularly impressive part of her performance during my term as chair. We had an extremely busy recruiting season. We had 5 senior faculty offers in process during the year, each complicated in its own way. On top of this, we had an exceptionally busy year in junior recruiting with 40 interviews, 19 flyouts, 11 offers, and 7 accepted offers. It is impossible to overstate the level of effort and organization that is required to move all these cases through the recruitment and appointment process at the same time. During the months of January, February, and March, there was never a chance for Rhonda to catch her breath as we went through this whirlwind process. After offers were accepted, there was a great deal of work to be done in processing appointments, dealing with visa issues, and guiding newly hired faculty through the transition into a faculty position. I know the pressure I felt during this intense recruiting process, and what I experienced was only a fraction of the pressure Rhonda had to deal with. It is in situations like this when a staff member's positive attitude, ability to handle pressure, and commitment to excellence become more important than any technical skills they may have acquired. Rhonda is technically extremely competent, but what makes her exceptional is her ability to maintain her high performance at high speed without ever losing her cool. Rhonda is a person who gets close to every faculty member and staff member in the department. She knows about all of their families, keeps track of every new child and grandchild, and makes everyone feel special when they are around her. She is a genuinely warm and caring person, something that is impossible to fake and something that can add enormously to the climate of an extremely busy and high-pressure department. Yet another chair. Rhonda is very friendly both to the faculty and other staff, but also to all visitors to the department. She is always willing to help out any faculty or staff member, even if it took her out of her usual job description, so that her contributions to the smooth running of the department go far beyond what could be guessed from her formal job description. When deadlines loomed, I knew she would make it her personal priority that the job was done well and on time. She established excellent personal relationships with the people in the college and university with whom the department needed to frequently interact. Rhonda managed to do all these things with a positive and cheerful attitude that is infectious. I have been at the University of Michigan for nearly 30 years, and during that time have interacted with scores of staff members. I can say with no exaggeration that Rhonda is an exemplary staff member in its primary meaning, serving as a desirable model representing the best of its kind. If the objectives of this award are to identify role models for the staff and to signal that exemplary work habits are recognized, no one could be more deserving than Rhonda. I think probably the testimonial that Rhonda will appreciate the most is not from the former chairs, although he and present chair, who know her best, but from some of our new junior faculty, people who have just arrived at the University of Michigan and were invited to comment on the role that Rhonda had played in their relocation to Ann Arbor. And in their collective testimonial, they said the following: several common themes emerged from our collective experience with Rhonda. In the recruitment process, she was easily accessible, prompt with her communications, professional, and enthusiastic. Often, she was one of 2 or 3 key individuals that we interacted with during recruitment, and so she was an important part of the first impression that we got of the department and university. Now that we have had a few months to get to know her in office, it is clear that she carries those admirable qualities to all aspects of her job. She does not hesitate to work on our behalf, even when it potentially goes beyond her defined job responsibilities. And her positive and enthusiastic attitude makes it easy to approach her with our many questions as new hires. Rhonda, you are an exceptional person. You are an exceptional contributor to the department, and we feel very fortunate to have you here. Thank you.